Welcome, everybody, to the Mind, Body, and Soul television show coming to you live from our Denver, Colorado Internet TV studios. We are live, not just on YouTube Live, but right here on Hangouts, as well as at consciousevolutionmedia.com. I'm your host, Coach Steve Toth, and yes, we have done more than 15,000 shows in the last 12 years, and we are no longer counting because it just doesn't make sense anymore. Who cares? So here we are. We have an incredible guest with us this evening. We have Melinda Carver with us from that beautiful place called Cleveland, Ohio. Welcome to the show.
Hello, Steve. Well, welcome. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, welcome to you as well, and thank you for being on our network. And actually, Melinda is a clairvoyant, a clairsentient, and also a clairaudient, and she's a psychic medium. And we're going to have some fun with her this evening. But the first question goes out to, of course, Melinda. If I take away all those titles and any other titles that has anybody ever called you in your life, if I strip them all away, what's left? Who is really Melinda Carver?
I always tell people I'm just a little girl from Cleveland still who gets to have the most fun doing what I love, helping people, connecting them to the spirit world. And I love, love, love that I get to do this full time and help so many people. And I just like to have fun, and I like to help teach people how to empower themselves, Steve. And this is why I continue to keep going forward, move on, and share with everybody what I know or what I can help them with.
What other time is there other than full time?
Well, spirit works at different times. So sometimes, you're on spirit time. Sometimes you're on human time. Sometimes I get the two confused.
Okay, which is really what our theme is for this evening. Our theme is what is possible beyond the five senses. And, I love that because I feel that we are so conditioned in this world, on this planet, just to believe our five senses. A lot of people have a very tough time going beyond that. Like they're not even open. Is there something more than beyond our five senses? And that's really my next question to you. What is there? What's more beyond our five senses, coming from your own experiences? And just might as well tell our viewers a little bit about your life and how you got here tonight.
Okay, thank you,
Short
Steve.
version.
Okay. We have a sixth sense, and that sixth sense is our intuition. Everybody born on this planet has the ability to use their intuition or their third eye right here, right above their eyebrows and above their nose. Everybody is born with that.
Awesome.
More gifted than others. Think of a quarterback. Tom Brady's the 4-time Super Bowl quarterback, and then you have Tim Tebow who gets thrown off a team. So there is a mechanics to it that you can either be born like I was at the top of the ability to see your sixth sense and communicate with that spirit world and use your intuition for people that you meet. And then there's the other ones that are born with it, but they don't have good mechanics, and they can go to class or take lessons from someone or meet a guru or develop it on their own. And I've been seeing spirits since I was a little teeny weeny thing. I remember when I was 4 seeing ghosts. And when you're a 4-year-old little girl and you see people with road rash or some kind of accident that they have suffered, and you go up to them and say, you need to go to the doctor, you need a Band-Aid, and they would just like walk away. And I would look and tell people, did you see that? He won't go to the hospital. And no one knew what I was talking about. Or when you would see your great uncle or your great aunt at their wake, flitting around, hugging and kissing everybody, and everyone's crying and telling your great aunt or your great uncle. And it's kind of hard to explain to people, and people think you're kind of weird. But I love seeing the spirit world. I love communicating with them. It's very for me, the energy and the frequency of that spirit world is magical and it's wonderful, and you can learn a lot and you can help remember who you were. And everyone is a divine child, God, goddess, and that divine seed is within you in your heart. And you can connect at any time to that consciousness, that oneness that we all have in this planet and alternative worlds.
Awesome. So one of the things I believe you do is that you are able to tune into what's coming up in people's lives. Is that fairly accurate?
Yes, I get into their energy stream,
Mhm.
and I can connect to your energy stream, your spirit guides or other spirits that are around you, talk to my spirits, or I can hear or see them and can get information.
Yeah. So can we do that with me? Please,
Sure.
please.
Well, I'll tell you, you're in your energy stream right now. You have a lot of orange by your feet and your ankles, and this is part of your aura. That orange has helped you get motivated and get you moving to that next plateau. You're at this plateau level, and you're ready to take that next step, but you've been holding yourself back, it feels, and it's really time for you to decide to get off the porch and run with the big dog, Steve, and do more. It's like you're almost ready. You're at this plateau, and you're kind of afraid to go to that next level, and that next level is waiting for you. And then the other colors,
like become the Tom Brady thing.
Yeah, yes,
Okay.
Tom Brady, 4-time
Okay.
Super Bowl, really hot quarterback.
I
So
have goosebumps right now. What the heck is going on? What are you
well,
doing?
I'm in your energy stream. So you're feeling my energy. I have really big energy and I can connect. But your aura with that orange at your feet and your ankles up to your knees is really telling you it's time, because you've been at this plateau for a while professionally, and there's that next step. And I don't know if it's been because of fear that you don't know what's going to be beyond that next step, or if you're just like the status and you don't like change. But that next step is coming, and in the next 2 to 3 months, you're going to have to decide if you're going to stay on the porch with the puppies or run with the big dogs off the porch. 2 to 3 months is what they're
I want to
showing
run
me.
with the lions. Heck with the dogs.
The other thing, other colors that you have is this brilliant purple. It's an amethyst purple, and it swirls around a green. So the green is a healing color. It's abundance and creativity. You're getting ready to create something else or another piece of the pie. And that purple is your intuition and what we call the Christ consciousness. So that green and the purple merging and spiraling around from your waist above your crown chakra is telling me you're in preparation to prepare something new, something exciting that's going to help you get off that plateau. And again, they keep showing me 2/3, so that's 2 to 3 months from now. So we have October, November. So between November and December, something's going to start popping around you that's going to really excite you and give you an opportunity that you're not going to be able to say no to, or that you're not going to want to say no to. How about that?
I can't wait. Melinda, I can't wait. Because I seem to agree with you that I kind of reached some kind of a plateau, and how I have been kind of explaining it to myself is, I've been doing this for a long time, and you know what they say, when you spend 10,000 hours or 10 years in something, you develop some kind of a mastery. And I feel that I developed some kind of a mastery. But here is the thing. I used to be much more impatient. So I learned a lot about patience. And I also learned that, it would be great. It's been my goal and my aspiration to change the world. I mean, and then I look at it and I go, oh my God, that's a big order, dude. The only thing I can really do is just change me. So I've been focusing, in the last decade, just on changing myself and becoming a better human being, and take the leadership of that through this network, and show people what's possible by me doing it. Instead of me just talking about doing it.
Yes.
And so I focus less and less on, okay, so based on what we're doing on this show or all the other shows that we have done, is anybody getting any transformation? Is anybody getting touched, moved, and inspired? And I used to get discouraged by that because I don't know. And you know what? I am at a place now where it doesn't matter to me anymore if people are getting touch movement. I mean, it does matter, but I don't need to know it because I already know that that's true. That's happening, and I don't need to worry about that. Does that make sense?
Yes, you're at this point where you're ready to help people. You've been trying to change yourself and you're helping people. You've had 10,000 hours out there of life-changing, raising consciousness information for people, and it's for them to find it and use it. A lot of people out there, Steve, they will listen and they will learn by example, but they won't do. And they always want you to do something for them.
I
So
can't.
you're
I
at
can't do it.
this,
I can't do it for
yes.
them.
No, but that's what a lot of people want. They want you to do it for them. So for you, sweetheart, it's time to start looking at the bigger picture for you, where you're going to go next. What is next for Steve? Where are you going to take Conscious Evolution Media? Where are you going to move it to? Where are you going to expand? What is the big earthquake that you're going to do in your life to make that change from this plateau to the next level of success and enlightenment and raising consciousness? And as long as you help people in each episode, if there's 5 people or 100 people watching and they have their aha moment, then you could pat yourself on the back and go to the next episode and the next big thing for yourself.
Awesome. Anything else you see?
For you, I think you really need a vacation is what they're showing me. It's like you need like a 2 to 3 week vacation. I don't know if that's possible for you, but you push yourself really, really hard. You are a perfectionist, Steve. And sometimes you just overdo it. And I'm going to say that you could be type A when it comes to getting things done and looking a certain way and prepping and all the things that you do to put on the show or your other businesses that you run. And for you, it's really, you need a time to unwind and relax and renew and regenerate your energy because you give to so many people. You know, you talked about earlier, fasten your seat belts, put your tray tables up. Well, the flight attendants also do that safety thing in the front, Steve, where they show you the exits in the front and the sides and the rear. And they also talk about the oxygen that masks that fall down. And you're supposed to put those on your face first before you put them on someone else. And it's ready to the point where you really need to put that oxygen mask on you. And then you can continue helping people. So I think for you, a 2-week or 3-week vacation or retreat, something where you could renew and regenerate your energy is really key because your energy vibration's up higher, but it's been dipping a lot like a roller coaster lately. And I would say probably for the last 6 weeks. So yes, a vacation, a retreat, something where you're not doing the TV show or answering tons of email, where you could just unconnect from everybody for at least a minimum of a week, if you could do it, is something that would really be helpful and beneficial to you. It's helping you get ready for that next level. And a lot of people go inward, or they're like the hermit, that they want to renew and regenerate themselves before they go to that next level. It's like you're getting all your ducks ready. You're getting everything ready. You're recharging your batteries, and then you're going to hit the ground running and going hard because you never do things halfway. I'm going to put it that nice way that way. It's always all or nothing for you, Steve. So you need to recharge those batteries.
Okay, awesome. So I was just not too long ago invited to Rio de Janeiro for the end of the year. So maybe I can make that 1 week happen. We'll see.
Awesome.
We'll see. I'll work on that. So what about relationships? What do you see there?
Yeah, I think the next 6 to 7 months, you're going to see changes in your pattern of the type of people you're going to associate with. Sometimes we choose the same person. They may have a different body shape, different color of hair or skin, but it's generally the same person. I think you're trying to break that pattern so that you have some success. And I see 6 months from now, so probably about March, April, is going to be someone coming in that's a little bit more healthier and happier for you, someone that would stick around and be an asset and not someone who degenerates or takes away from you.
Okay. That sounds good. What about money?
Everybody likes to know. Everybody wants to know love and money and their soulmate. Yeah. So for money, uh, the power months for you in 2016, you've already had your power months this year, but for you, June and September of 2016 are going to be really, really strong. So there'll be more money coming in June and September of 2016 for you. And the money situation currently will have a little blip to it once you change this pattern or you go to that next plateau sometime at the end of December, beginning of January. You'll
Okay.
see a little income increase, and then it will go bigger in June and September of 2016.
Okay, great. What about health?
Well, the health part, I don't like seeing the inside organs of people. So I block that. I can see if you have an ache in your back or your knees or something, but I never liked biology where we had to cut open the little pigs and the frogs. So to see the human insides, because I can really scan and see the whole insides, and it's just gooey and icky for me. So I don't like to see that. So I block that part of it. Just like I don't give expiration dates. So if you're going to ask me your expiration date, Steve, I don't know those because I block those too.
Well, I'll never expire. What are you talking about? I will never expire.
Well, a lot of people sit down in front of me or on the phone or the radio and they'll ask me, how much time do I have? And I say, I don't give expiration dates. You're not milk. So
That's funny.
So I'm sorry I don't see the health because I don't like to see the inside of the organs and the heart and the pancreas and all that.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. So I understand you also do tarot readings.
Yes.
So how did you learn that? And tell us a little bit about the power of tarot, because I think a lot of people misunderstand what it is.
Oh yes, I came upon tarot when I was 16, which was just 2 years ago.
Okay. So you're 19 and holding.
And it was 2 years ago. And I self-taught in tarot. I learned by reading the pictures and the energy and which card was next to each other. I never went to school for tarot. I love tarot. It's a fabulous divination tool for people. It does not make you dance with the devil in the moonlight in the woods. You're not going to go to hell because you're reading tarot. Tarot predates every organized religion that is out there. There are some trains of thought that it's from ancient Egypt, others say ancient China, others yet say it's ancient India. They predate everything when people learn through pictures and artwork because they didn't know how to write. And it tells a story that goes through with someone learning different steps throughout their life in the 22 major arcana. And the 56 minor give you a little bit more detail. They flesh out those major arcana. It's the story line of yourself. It's the story of what's coming up for you. And I love tarot. It's a lot of fun to use. And people are scared because it has a devil card and a tower card. But it's a great divination tool to use and learn. And just as the Bible has prophets, Steve, what do prophets do? They receive messages from God, whether they hear his voice or in a dream, and then they tell people a prophecy, which is the future. So if there's prophets and prophecies throughout the Bible, using the tarot, which predates the Bible, does not mean you're going to go to hell and become Satan's bride. Do I look like I have horns?
No. So this is one way I get free services. Do you have a deck handy?
Oh, let me see. Yes. Hold on. These are all oracle cards. Here, I have oracle cards.
Let's get the viewers an example of this, because a lot of people may not even know what it looks like or.
Yeah, my tarot cards are in the other room because I keep them in the other room when I'm doing all the readings. But I have an oracle deck, which is a little bit gentler and lighter than tarot. So I'm going to do a reading for you. I'm using the Energy Oracle cards by Sandra Ann Taylor. It's a fabulous little deck. And I'm shuffling to see what cards are coming up for you. So the first one, and this is funny because you mentioned this.
Yeah.
So you get the Patience card, So
Uh-huh.
this is telling you, your patience and having a quiet time, renewal. And then here's the second card for you is contract. And so there's maybe some business matters you're going to be signing a contract for. And then the next one is a man holding a heart. So your business and love life are going to kind of merge together, I think, for you.
Uh-oh.
You might meet someone, but it's not in a bad way. It might be someone you meet through your radio show, through your networking, or even someone in Rio de Janeiro.
Yeah.
Ooh, then you can sit
I
there and look at your cards.
uh-huh. I don't do radio shows anymore, but I have nothing against them. But I did radio for 3 years, and then I discovered just through myself that I am a very visual person. So I said, auditory is fine, but 95+% of humanity is visual. So I switched to television, and that's where I've been ever since. So,
Well, then you meet someone that you have on as a guest, or maybe you
uh,
meet someone in Rio de Janeiro, or maybe at another networking event. But it's somewhere, somehow you're there for business, and that's where you meet the next one that breaks your pattern.
awesome.
And
Wow,
it's going to
there's
be
a lot.
business.
There's a lot coming up. I better be ready.
Yes. Sometimes, it's the unexpected because your thoughts are power. And when you speak them, Steve, then that amplifies that energy. So if you start saying, I'm tired of meeting the same person over and over again, you're going to keep meeting that person. Like I used to joke around with my friends, all I'm meeting are these fabulous gay guys and I have the wrong equipment for them. And what happened is that I kept meeting more gay men. And, gay men are not afraid of me. They're not afraid of my energy, but I am the wrong type for them because I'm missing the equipment. So I had to stop saying that. And now I'm meeting straight men that I can, meet and eventually date. And I have a whole lot of friends, but, it's how you word things. So if you go around saying I'm only meeting the same type of person over and over again, there's like those ladies or there's men out there, all I meet are drunk guys or drugged out women or women who only care about money. When you say that, that's what you're going to keep meeting over and over and over again. Just like I kept meeting all these fabulous gay men in my life, thinking that I had the wrong equipment. So you have to change your words because your words have power. So amplify what you want and not. I'm sorry, I don't know why this camera keeps stalling on you.
It must be just all that energy you have. It just doesn't know doesn't know what to do with it and cannot process it fast enough.
Yeah,
So
sometimes the lights go out or pop, so
so
luckily
so
those
how do
haven't
you use
happened.
all this wonderful stuff that you have? It's not even just a talent. It's you were born with this. It's not something
Yes.
that yeah. How do you use this for your own self? Like how do you because I'm sure like what you said about me is that you help a lot of people, but how do you help you?
Well, sometimes I have to pull out my own tarot cards, and sometimes as a psychic medium,
There it goes again. Uh,
it's harder to
to,
read for yourself sometimes as your own psychic. So that's why I have these wonderful friends and we do reading exchanges. But if I want to know something, I'll pull cards on it or I'll ask my spirit guide and I'll say, "Hey, Claudius," and we'll talk about it that way. And I'll talk with the spirit realm about it. So that way I know what's coming up or how I can manage myself or manage the people I'm going to be meeting or deal with whatever is coming up. Just because I'm a psychic doesn't mean bad things don't happen in my life either. I have loss, I have loved ones that pass. I quit jobs when I used to work a day job. I used to have some miserable, nasty bosses like a lot of other people. So, sometimes you just need a little help, and that's what the spirit world is for. They give you help and assistance, guidance, reassurance, and they give you unconditional divine love. So
do
it's
you
wonderful to
also
have one foot there and one foot here.
great? Do you also have this talent of connecting with the people that have passed and talk to them?
Excuse me, what did you say? The camera went out on you. I'm sorry.
That's okay. So I was asking you if you have this talent um, to be able to connect with people that have passed.
Yes. Deceased loved ones,
Mhm.
deceased pets, people's spirit guides, angels, the fairies and elementals, ghosts. But
But-
it's sometimes it's hard because when the spirits come to speak to you, if you have a deceased loved one or a deceased pet, they have to focus their energy so hard and so specifically to lower their frequency to talk to me. I have a higher frequency, as you've been seeing all night here. And the frequency, you got to kind of meet in the middle. And they have to really focus and concentrate to get their message to you. A lot of people will notice it by a smell of a cologne or perfume or bakery or tobacco from their loved one, or a favorite song of their loved one will come in when they're driving. And that's usually because your loved one's in the car with you, and they usually come in for short periods of time. They could be with you for 30 seconds to 20 minutes, sometimes an hour. They don't stay with you 24/7 because our lives are kind of boring when we're sleeping or taking a shower, but they do pop in when you take a shower and you're shaving your legs.
Okay.
That's
All
what I'm
right.
like, can I just finish shaving my legs? Can you wait 5 minutes?
That's interesting. All right. So what about uh, our conscious half hour is almost up, but I want to give you this opportunity to tell our viewers a little bit about where they can go to get more information about you, maybe get access to some of your services or products. Where would they go?
Oh, thank you. They can go to my website, psychicmelinda.webs, webs.com. I'm on Twitter at Psychic Melinda, LinkedIn as Melinda Carver, and Google Hangouts as Psychic Melinda Carver. So, and then
Awesome.
I have the radio shows, Positive Perspectives on Blog Talk, and Mystical Muse on Live Paranormal. I'm all over.
There you go. Well, you have so much energy. You've got to have a couple of radio shows and
I'm like the
maybe
Energizer
even a couple
Bunny.
of TV shows. Who knows?
I'm like the Energizer Bunny, Steve. Don't stop. That's all
Okay,
the
great.
energy.
All right, fantastic. So, in terms of people that may be watching this show now live or in the future, I'm curious as to what would you like to say to them in terms of who is the best type of client, potential client for you, that you are searching for? Like, what's that marriage? How do you get that going, that energy?
Well, a lot of people will call me or they'll email me, they'll ask me a couple questions of what I can do. I like to give people clarity. If they have a huge issue in their life, they kind of know what they want to do and they're looking for clarity. Maybe there's some issue in their life, they don't know what they want to do and they want enlightenment or they want to connect with their deceased loved one. I talk to a lot of people. I have clients all over the world. I've read for people all over the United States, Canada, Europe, Russia, Australia, South Africa, Asia, and I can connect with you and help you with whatever issue it is, life, relationships, career, or if you want that connection and know that your loved one is okay on that other side, that next spirit realm right next door.
Fantastic. Well, Melinda, this is what a half-hour conscious show looks like and feels like. It goes by like 2 minutes.
Yeah, it
does. And time and space disappears. So I really had a lot of fun with you. You are really an incredible person. Have lots of energy. You are just like the Energizer Bunny.
Thank you.
You said some pretty cool things regarding about my future, which is pretty awesome. And you actually most likely right on. So thank you so much for being on the network and giving us a little access into what it is that Melinda Carver does in Cleveland. You're doing a great service for humanity. Thank you so much for being this wonderful person that you are, and keep doing what you're doing. And hopefully our path will cross soon as well. So thank you for everybody else out there. If you love this show, keep watching, keep going to YouTube. The more you watch every show on our network, we have over 2,000 of them on YouTube. The more the possibility is that the show will get to the top 10. When it gets to the top 10, it may end up going to public television. So thank you so much for being with us. Keep coming back and keep watching consciousrevolutionmedia.com. Thank you.
Good night.
Have a great
Thank
evening.
you.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye.